Guys, for many of us, the day has finally come. Guys, my name is Rick and this is the HDVIBE channel. This morning, August 4th, 2025, Harley Davidson finally announced that they will have a new CEO succeeding Jochen Zeitz effective October 1st, 2025. And we're going to get into all that right after this. That's right, guys. Just a few days ago, Harley Davidson has put out some announcements. The first one was they put out their financial results on July 30th, which were, if you saw my video, they were pretty dismal, albeit they're still making money. Secondly, they announced during that earnings release call, Jochen Zeitz announced that they're going to be putting out a $6,000 motorcycle that harkens back to the days gone by. I believe it's going to be called the Sprint, and my opinion is it's probably going to be based on the X350, which we use in the Riding Academy. But today, this morning, the press releases came out, August 4th, 2025. Harley Davidson revealed that Arthur Stars will succeed Jochen Zeitz as president and CEO starting August 1st, 2025, and then Zeitz will transition to an advisory position on the board through February of 2026. So he's still going to be around. So I don't know what you guys think about that. Leave a comment down in the comments section to give your opinion on Jochen Zeitz and his staying on the board as an advisor. So why the change? Zeitz was appointed CEO in 2020, focusing on reviving the iconic brand. Under his tenure, retail motorcycle sales fell 15%. And this year, as we heard in the earnings release, the number of shipments from Harley Davidson to the dealers has continued to decline. Shareholder firm H Partners pushed the board to make a change at the highest level, and that being Jochen Zeitz, the CEO. However, Zeitz, I think, took the easy way out and said he was going to retire at some point and make for a smooth transition to a new CEO. Harley Davidson also recently sold over $5 billion of their HDFC financial portfolio, basically the loans that you and I hold at Harley Davidson Financial Services. Some of those were sold to KKR and another partner for $1.25 billion. So what does that mean? They're trying to generate cash so that they, one, can pay down debt. They also announced they're going to buy back shares. So what's that going to do? Typically, when companies buy back their shares, they think their share value is undervalued, and it will also continue to drive shareholder value in terms of getting a higher per share price because there's fewer shares in the market because they bought them back. So we have that going on. And again, like I said, they announced the $6,000 motorcycle, which we'll see in the 2026 year lineup. Who is Arthur Artie Stars? So since 2021, he has led Topgolf. So if you ever go to Topgolf, where you have the driving range and the food and all those sort of things, to have a fun family or get together with friends around golf, he has led that company since 2021. Basically, he just has transformed it into a tech-driven entertainment space for people to come and have a good time. And before that, he was the CEO of Pizza Hut under the Yum Brands umbrella. He oversaw its operations in 110 countries and served as the CFO and U.S. President of Pizza Hut, plus the CFO of Rave Cinemas. So that's a little bit about his background in terms of his business experience over the last several 15, 20 years or so. An undergraduate degree from Princeton. He lives in Dallas, Texas with his wife and 2 children. So I'm not sure if he actually rides a motorcycle or what his motorcycle background is, but you can tell the shift in this is from probably a consumer-centric, customer-centric versus building a brand. So we'll see what he has. So he basically steps into this role with an ambitious, I guess, lofty goals, right? Harley Davidson, revenues, and the brand itself has been under decline, probably going back to sort of some of the woke things that happened under Jochen Zeitz, as well as kind of the whole push to Livewire, which has been, as we know, a major disaster. What's his key focus areas has to be? He has to revive the declining sales. Now, how can he do that? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, we're kind of in a strange environment, but this could be the catalyst to drive new sales. He has to improve that dealer relationship, right? So these dealers are struggling. They've got a lot of inventory. The mothership has been pushing bikes onto them, but as we saw, the shipments of bikes in their earnings release, shipments of bikes have declined. Shipments of merchandise has declined. Shipments of parts to dealerships has declined. So in general, things have declined, and I think they will continue through the rest of 2025 unless something drastically changes. So the other thing, I think, the other challenge he has is he has to expand the product offering from a motorcycle perspective to appeal to a wider audience. Currently, as we all know, Harley Davidson has really been targeting guys like me in that 45 and up range who have more disposable income and have the capability to purchase these more expensive motorcycles. But we're aging. You that watch my channel are aging, and that means that demographic is buying fewer and fewer motorcycles, and we see that. So they have to bring the pipeline in to play. They have to get the younger riders in, so they really have to expand the product offering to something that's, one, affordable and meets the needs and the desires of that younger rider, so they can start out on these less expensive bikes and move their way up as they age and get a little bit more stable in their careers with their family, housing, all those sort of things, so they can go and buy those new, more expensive motorcycles. Again, the transition is going to be happening over the next couple of months. Jochen Zeitz will still be in place as a CEO and president until October 1st, 2025, and that's when Artie Stars will step in. However, Jochen Zeitz will stay on the board. So guys, again, leave comments down below. Let me know what you think Artie Stars needs to focus on as you, a customer of Harley Davidson, as dealerships. What does he need to focus on? Maybe this video will get out and we can give them some great ideas, so leave those down in the comments. The other interesting thing is they will have a succession plan for chairman of the board. Jochen Zeitz currently is also CEO and chairman of the board. They will transition that chairmanship to another board member. I believe his name is Troy Alstead. He will take over as chairman when this whole transition takes over. So again, Jochen Zeitz, after October, hopefully should just be an advisory board member. I'm not sure what that means, but he will still have some influence over where things are going. So does that leave you concerns? Again, leave comments down below. Again, what does this mean for Harley Davidson? I think, one, it means there's going to be and has to be a strategic shift in where the brand and the company is going in order for it to survive and be thriving again. Probably more consumer, customer-centric, entertainment-driven leadership, such as Artie Stars, adding that to this legendary manufacturing Harley Davidson iconic brand. Financial priorities seem clear. The company appears to be conserving cash, trying to build shareholder value, and by selling off some of that Harley Davidson financial portfolio, they have $1 billion at their disposal to do what they can again, but they've announced they're gonna reduce debt by $400 million. They're gonna buy back some level of shares in the market, and then the rest of it they need to deploy into the business to make it work and be consumer, customer-centric, dealer-centric, so that we, as customers of Harley Davidson, can feel that value and get the things that we want in terms of motorcycles, in terms of the dealership experience, and all those things that go around and build that iconic brand back to what it was. So again, to wrap this guys up, the new CEO, Artie Stars, comes in at a time that's very pivotal for the Harley Davidson brand. There's been a lot of infighting. Partners have been fighting. Investors have been fighting. There's been a lot of woke things. There's been Not enough focus on that lower end motorcycle, lower cost motorcycle, so that we can get new riders into the brand. So there's a lot of things that he is facing headwinds in order to make this iconic brand strong and thrive again. Guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also share it with your friends. And go check out this video right up here, and go right up here to subscribe to the HDVIBE channel.